poppin' gamers? WQ here, guys, and I'm on a mission to destroy everything. I'm on a mission to take over the entire Mario 64 leaderboard. So guys, I started playing Mario 64 last night and I was a dominator. I was the best at the game from day one, which is crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, I actually did a whole run of Mario 64 last night. I wasn't even planning on doing a run. I've never played the game before in my life. I've never played any N64 game in my whole life, so all I meant to do was get the mechanics down. But by the end of it, I finished the game. I didn't even know I finished the game. Like, well, that was easy. That's not hard. That was an easy game. That's kind of cool, actually. So what I'm probably gonna do actually is practice more of the stars, actually learn specifically how to do all the stars tonight, and then tomorrow I'll get a sub 1 hour in 70 star, and that's gonna be a record for fastest sub 1 hour in 70 star by anybody, and honestly I don't think anybody's ever gonna beat that because that's pretty damn good. So I had this dream last night actually where me and White Goose were trying to expose this feminist crazy SJW lady, and she was going on for months very publicly how she needs to kill men, she needs to kill all white men, she's gonna kill them with knives, she hates gamers, she said all these crazy things and terrible things to say, but she's just flat out wrong. So White Goose actually, he spent like 6 months going undercover and he was pretending to be a friend of hers, and then they met, and then they actually met in person, and he dressed up like a girl and everything, or like one of these SJW, you know, and it worked. It actually looked pretty good. And then so he was at her house in person, and then he exposed her live, and he live streamed the event. He secretly live streamed the whole event to millions of people, and he exposed her for who she wasn't. We weren't even trying to like get back at her legally. We weren't trying to do, we were literally just trying to mock her, and we did successfully mock her so effectively, so well. It was one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. Like, it was absolutely hilarious. And then she was so humiliated, she actually came outside and I was outside. And then I was talking to her, I was like, what the hell is wrong with you? And then she pulls out a knife actually, and she tries to kill me with a knife, like straight up, goes through my throat. But I like deflected it with my 2 fingers, and I actually grabbed the knife, like they do in fucking Naruto. And then I threw the knife on the ground, I picked it up. It was my knife now, it was a big blade too, a huge blade. I'm not afraid of a big knife though. You're not gonna be able to kill me with a knife, lady. Gonna get some bigger artillery. I think the biggest problem for gamers is the feminists, crazy, far left, anti-fun police, and they don't even play games. They're not gamers themselves. I think that's kind of lame. Like, if you're gonna trash talk games, like if you're gonna trash talk Mario 64, at least play Mario 64 and just dominate everyone. You know, like I'm doing, guys. Oh wait, that's what I'm doing. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm fucking killing everybody in Mario 64. Right now, we're starting with Mr. Speedrun. I'm a bop you, dude. I'm a bop you faster than anybody's ever bop you before. Yo, I know this is Mr. Speedrun, you guys sweat. And I'm just gonna go up the ladder, you know, I'm just climb up the ladder every day, new 10-minute PB, like cooking out here, making food, tastes real good. It's the best food you'll ever eat in your life. Honestly, guys, I think if the SM64 players, I think if they're good at the game, I wouldn't bop them all. I think if they were just good at the game, you know, I wouldn't be able to just completely destroy all of them. But like if they just played the game more, they just knew things about it, like knew how to speedrun it, like it wouldn't be so easy to bop all of them, guys. And the best part, guys, I'm gonna dual main Link to the Past while I do it, so it's gonna be fucking incredible. I met this guy at university a few years ago, and he actually, on the last day when he graduated, he had his job, but he didn't tell his job people that he was leaving, so he just goofed around the whole day. He's literally playing Link to the Past while he on the job, like straight up, and they're like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? And then but he didn't say anything, he was just goofing them. And then at one point the lady's like, I don't know what's wrong with you, and she said, I think, are you sick? And so she sent him to the doctor, and he's fine, he's totally fine. They thought he was sick. He's actually just a gamer. He has high-end levels of perception, high-end levels of ability. He was way out of their stratosphere. And so he goes to the doctor and he's like, yo, doctor, what should I do about hand pains, hand arm pains from like gaming? Like, what, let me know what you really think one-to-one, because he was totally healthy. And the doctor said there's nothing you could really do about it except switch controllers, just play different controllers, you know? Switch the controllers, and what's gonna happen is your body's gonna use your muscles differently. That's gonna be really healthy. And I'm like, because I played Mario 64 last night, it was fucking easy. And that's really nice, because usually when I play A Link to the Past for like 12 hours straight, it gets a little tiring. But if I play SM64, they use completely different parts of the hands. And I noticed when I used to play Melee a lot, I had no issues, because Melee, and again, A Link to the Past, they use completely different parts of the hands, and the grips are so different. So I thought that was actually really nice. So I think dual main in these games might be really powerful, might be a really smart idea. Now, I always hear doctors and different people say different things on the solutions to hand pain. Some people will say you just gotta stretch, it's gonna fix your problems. Some people say you need to fix your posture. Some people say never stretch in your life. Some people say use different controllers. I've never heard a consensus on this from anybody, and I think that's part of the problem, because these people can't agree on something. How are gamers supposed to agree on anything? But in my experience, I think switching controllers is a really good idea, and I think changing your posture, it's not a magical solution, but it does change where the stress is put on your body, and so you actually can change things. You can definitely change things. It's not a magical solution, but it's a really good idea to fix your posture. I'm not really qualified to give you guys advice on hand pains, because I don't really have any hand pains. I've never really had hand pains in my life, so it's like, what do I know? You know, what do I know? I have perfect health. I can't advise you guys on how to fix health problems when I don't have any health problems. And guys, if you hit the subscribe button right now and become an alpha gamer, you're gonna turn into a real alpha gamer, and I can guarantee your health problems, your hand problems in your hands, they're gonna go away. You're gonna become a better gamer. Your gameplay is going to improve. I think that's pretty crazy. And I'm actually not lying on that one. I'm not making that up, because if your gameplay is more natural, you're gonna be putting less pressure on the pads, and because it's easier to do things. It's more natural to do things. And then what happens is hand pains, not only are they easier, but you perform well with a little bit of strain, and you're able to play longer. So I'm not even making that up. A real alpha gamer, you're gonna really level up, and you're be able to play more, and your hand pains are gonna go away. Yo, what's up, gamer? So this is actually right next to me. This is the crack forest. This is where all the crackheads hang out, and it's a very big forest. There's a lot of drugs in there and old clothing. Now, I'm not afraid of the crack forest. I'm not afraid of crackheads. I could take on 50 crackheads at the same time. I'm not afraid of these guys. Like, they're doing drugs, guys. They're doing drugs. They're not gaming. Why would you be afraid of somebody that's not gaming? Their mind isn't on peak potential. Hold up, guys. I think this is a real path. I think this is a path into the crack headquarters. So we're actually gonna go in there and see if we can find some really crazy shit. Holy fuck! So I've never in my life been this far into a drug nest. Really just a drug nest. This is where the worst of the worst hang out. This is the epitome of beta gaming in here, deep in here. I don't smell any cocaine. I can't smell any, so I think we're okay. You can smell it first. That's how you tell. If you could smell the cocaine, then you know some shit's up. So I can't smell anything. I can't smell anything. I think we're okay. And it looks, holy fuck, guys. I'm not even kidding. I think that's some old clothing. I think that's some old clothing right there. I'm not even kidding. It's fucking old clothing. It's probably a crackhead nearby, like, super serious. So we're gonna just go check out this old clothing. I wouldn't touch it. It's definitely old clothing. That's probably ridden with STDs. So I wouldn't touch that, but you can see this is a dangerous place. This isn't a place for children. We're going where crack has never been gone before, and this is pretty intense. It looks like there's a moat next to me, and I've heard you can find dead bodies in here. I heard you can find real dead bodies in this moat, which is pretty intense. Some pretty intense shit. If somebody were to jump me right now, I'd have no choice but to fuck them up. I don't really want to do that. It's second nature to me, you know. But it would, you know, it'd have to happen. Are you fucking kidding me, guys? It's more old clothing, and this time it's like military boots. Real fucking military boots, guys. Holy fuck. I'm not touching, I would never touch crack's military boots. That's the last thing you want to do. Never go near their fucking army boots, guys. Holy fuck, guys, I think we made it out. I think we made it to the other side. I got some cocaine in my shoes, they're soaked. but we're alive, we made it out, and I didn't find any crackheads, but there were some close calls. Let's just say there were some close calls. That's a mile-long forest, so I mean, that's like a 5-minute run for me. But that's a long fucking forest, and definitely for someone weaker, somebody who's not gaming, you might not have the peripherals, you might not have the perception on my level. It might not be good for you, but fortunately for me, I've got no challenges, no troubles. I can kill everybody, anyone that comes at me, they lose instantly, much like the SM64 leaderboard. Anyway, gamers, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching, and make sure you hit the subscribe button and you become an alpha gamer right now, which is huge. It's gonna level up your gameplay, transform your gameplay, transform your life. You're gonna become part of the WQ army, which has the strongest battle force in the world with the best guns in the world anywhere. So make sure you guys do that right now, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching, and make sure every day you get out there and game, but also don't just game, guys, make sure you alpha game.
You'll never have the sacred stone.